Now from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Cody Johnson with your news from around the Columbia Basin for Thursday, November 29th. Tonight we report on a Moses Lake manufacturing plant that's planning to add another line after debuting its product at a Los Angeles car show yesterday. And report on last night's candidate forum for the next director of the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District. We'll bring you some news from across the state and hear how kids around the world will get Christmas presents this season thanks to Big Bend Community College students. In sports, we have news from college football and the NFL. For our spotlight story tonight, I'll have an editorial on sportsmanship in high school athletics. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. First off, I'm afraid I have some bad news to report unless you happen to be one of the 2 lucky ticket holders. You didn't win the second highest jackpot in U.S. lottery history last night. Powerball officials say 2 tickets matched all 6 numbers to win the record $587.5 million jackpot, one in Arizona and one in Missouri. The winners have 180 days to claim their share of the prize money. There are a lot of disappointed people out there, including myself. Tickets were reportedly sold at a rate of 130,000 a minute nationwide, about 6 times the volume from a week ago. One more positive note, more than 125 children in other parts of the world will receive care packages this holiday season, courtesy of students at the Big Bend Community College. The trio Upward Bound students and staff are taking part in the Operation Christmas Child. In the past 20 years, the project has delivered more than 85 million gift-filled shoeboxes to needy boys and girls in 138 countries. Students at Big Bend say they were motivated to take part because one of their academic advisors received an Operation Christmas gift child when he was a child in the Ukraine. MLIRD ratepayers had a chance to meet their candidate for board director at last night's forum. Ken Kernan and David Skog explained why they're running for the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District. Ryan Lancaster has the story.
Ratepayers in the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District last night met the candidate who will replace board member Rich Archer. On December 8th, they'll decide which of 2 men that will be, Ken Kernan or David Skog. Both candidates had the chance to introduce themselves and outline their vision for the district's future during a forum at the Moses Lake Civic Center, emceed by Moses Lake Mayor Bill Ekert. As a 49-year resident of Grant County and the former undersheriff, Kernan said he's well qualified to oversee the district's budget and staff. Skog said he's called Moses Lake home his entire life and pointed to his business experience as proof he's up to the director job. The candidates seem to agree on many issues pertaining to the district. Both said cleaning up the lake should be the #1 priority, and both say the present-day bickering among board members is undercutting progress. They also said they'd consider expanding the board from 3 to 5 members. But they did differ on some key issues, including tax rates and whether district property owners should get 1 vote each instead of the current 2 votes per parcel of land. Kernan said the issue is one of property rights and voting should stay as is, while Skog argued voting rules should be amended out of fairness. The 2 men also clashed where the dredge is concerned, with Skog saying he'd make a decision on whether or not to continue the project after examining the results to date. Kernan said the recently fixed dredge needs more time to demonstrate its effectiveness. The candidates also answered a broad range of questions submitted from the audience on everything from whether the district should buy more land to how many MLIRD meetings they'd attended over the past few years. iFIBER 1 News will bring you a special full-length report on the forum tomorrow at iFIBER1.com. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Ryan Lancaster reporting.
In other political news, Republicans chose 9th District Senator Mark Schoessler as the party's leader in the Washington State Senate. The GOP announced in its new Senate leadership team Wednesday evening. The party is hoping to work with 2 Democrats to form a working majority and control more of the chamber's activities. Schoessler, one of Ritzville, has been in the state Senate since 2007. The Republicans also tapped 12th District Senator Linda Evans Parlay of Wenatchee to serve as caucus chair. At the national level, 4th Congressional District Representative Doc Hastings was granted another go as chair of the National Resource Committee this week. The Pasco Republican was first appointed to the position last year. The State Department of Corrections is looking for more people with arrest warrants. Each of the people you see here have warrants for their arrest and are wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. We'll be right back after these messages with the latest from our iFIBER 1 Weather Center.